to compete and get where they want to get in the Big 12, they just are going to have to get better defensively. Right now, giving up 81 points a game. That is a lot.
Here's Obi Agbum, penetrates, now kicks it back outside to Carr. Carr, the Bears' leading scorer. There's a long three, and it's good. And there's a steal. Gains control, passes to Carr. He'll dunk it for two more.
Again, not a single returner on the roster this year. That is life in the new transfer portal.
Isn't it crazy? We just played Memphis. Baylor played Memphis on Saturday. They're another one of those teams that had 0 points, 0 players returning from last season.
Incredible. Yesufu with the cross-court feed. Carr has filled it up so far early on this season.
And you have to have a team of players that understand they're all about winning and they don't get frustrated or get in their feelings because they're going to one guy right now because he's the hot hand.
Carr trying to find the hot hand, and there is a bucket out of a timeout for McKaylee.
That's the first time that Colorado's really been able to take advantage of the fact that Baylor is switching 5. They got Mouse in the house down low, and they went high-low immediately.
Now some dribble handoff from the Bears on offense.
You can tell Akron wanted that.
4 to shoot. The ball's in Carr's hands. Deep 3. Back-to-back triples. Drops it in.
Was that a dunk? I don't know if I've ever seen Taylor Lipsey get up that high. Was that? Are we counting that as a dunk or no?
A pass. A catch.
Is the all-time leading scorer in high school basketball history in the state of California. I'm from California, and I know some of the names on that list. That is a special group. Unfortunately for him, it got broken this year by Jason Crow Jr., a McDonald's All-American that's going to Missouri, so he didn't get to hold it for long. But to go from Benin, Africa, to the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school.
Out of Houston, makes it 83-45. Bears continue to dominate the paint. Those were 2 paint points by Arlington Baptist. They've got 12 paint points on the day. Baylor has 66 of their 83. Now 68 of
There's a lot of it around the perimeter. Baylor denying pretty much every pass, 1 pass away. And a little backdoor cut and a nice pass from the high post. They made it look easy.
There's Carr to the bucket. It's good. And a
Close out. Dan Skillings Jr. allowed that penetration. Broke out. See those long arms right there, guys.
And a basket. Cameron Carr.
I'm telling you, I just
Second chance points for Baylor. Traore, he can get hot. Misses there. Wow, Cam Carr. That's called make.
Transfers a guy in Freddie Hicks that's been around a long time. Some JUCO guys that have come in, and they've got some dudes, and they've got a great coach in Billy Gillespie.
A peek at that Baylor starting lineup.
Scores off the balance of the country. He is. He shoots just around 55% off his dribble jump shots. That is really, really good. A couple of critical defensive possessions coming up here for Oklahoma State. Carr curling, catching, casting. Oh!
I would love to see the ball go to Jefferson in that mid-paint area.
Lipsey throws up a wild one.
See if you can get him some mid-post touches. And right now, Cam Carr just saw the ball go in.
Carr left alone. Buckets.
Both of them going to have long NBA careers, in my opinion.
Carr rises. He hits as Bobby Hurley.
different.
Bang. 32-22. He's got 17. Carr glides to the hole. And look at the strength. As here in the building, but I think it plays. They got a jump on this season by going to Germany and playing in the World University Games. Carr put up 26 points in the gold medal loss to Brazil. Here he is again. Now they're intentional about it, to your point. Finding him.
Did you just see that?
He stops. Turn things on here in the second half.
Look, I'll tell you one thing, J-Mo. UTRGV is not going away.
No.
Baylor is not putting these guys away, and The way UTRGV attacks, the way that they play, they are not going to give up in this ball game.
And Skillings Jr. kicks to Carr, left corner. That one rolls in. The shooter's roll.
Talking about. And look, what has been a trying season for Bobby Hurley in year 11, and with questions about his future at Arizona State. Carr in transition.
Here's Riley Kugel. First game in a couple of weeks. Takes the first shot. It's too strong. So Baylor, a team at 500 overall, just 4-11 in Big 12 play. But they nearly pulled off an upset over one of the top teams in the entire country. And it was
home. Nearly a disaster for Dipazza. Final 10 seconds. Still a half dozen. And Carr scores it. No foul. 5 points.
This is enough of this. The second time you brought this guy up. I'm getting jealous.
Well, the first time we were on news. So I let the people on. He went, oh my goodness.
Oh, that's some news. Another day. Blocked by Carr. Another highlight reel from him. 8th block for the team. Skillings. Let's see Carr on the offensive end. It is. Why not?
White, mid-range jump shot. Halfway down, pops out. Najee with the rebound. Carr, deep J. Got it. That's going to really hit.
Agnew returning. Agnew in his 5th season of college basketball. Carr from distance, knocked down.
Champions. A banner hangs here in Foster Pavilion for that national championship season. There's put the ball back in play. Carr in the paint area, covered up. He'll put it up anyway and hit it.
That's the point I was making.
Durkin again. Carr. Live ball turnovers. Starts with a block.
Christensen answers with a light layup of his own. Inbounds to Tunde Yesufu. Now 55 seconds remaining. Baylor 92, UTRGV 78. That's to Carr, and there's the exclamation point.
By Carr. Carr's going to attack. Carr blocked from behind and will dunk it home.
Second bucket for Richie Saunders. Isaac Williams at the controls. Here's Carr driving on right all the way to the cup.
Baseline. Jackson fires no. Skillings Jr. the other way. He's very talented and very versatile. Carr, heat check, and it's goal.
Third time tonight, the Bears have led by as much as 14 in this game. Prophet Johnson, 3, rims out. Cam Carr, the rebound. Tell you what, Lavrinov and Caden Power having a battle. Watch those two. There's a layup all the way by Carr for the bucket.
Drop off, Barry left wing, rolls out. Still looking underneath for the first point, can't get it. Hard transition, you mentioned one. That's good basket. It was off the back.
They're aggressive from the start, and they needed that, especially with Punch being out.
9 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Carr, one-on-one, mid-range.
Of the second half. Under 3 left to play. As we mentioned, Oklahoma State undefeated 11-0 at home. Baylor trying to shake this 0-3 start in Big 12 play. Carr rises, somehow makes
crossover, get downhill, get that thing high off the glass, and even with some help defense coming over, Miles Bird is on the board. And Bird, remember, that's the preseason Mountain West Player of the Year, number 21 in white. He's a good one. Carr's been quiet. How about that bounce? Soft rims here.
The fans wanted offense. They've got it.
Wow.
They've got offense and a ton of fouls. In fact, I think, John, both teams are in the double bonus. Total of 22 fouls in this game. We got 3.5 minutes left in the first half.
Tied at 39. Bears and Hornets. First meeting all time between these two. Sacramento State, they are 4-5 here early in the season. Playing a ton of road games. Oh, the alley alley-oop. Oh,
it's tricked. Early on, they have really taken away Punch's rhythm, his confidence, not playing with force here in this game.
Probably should have called a timeout.
The defensive pressure by Tarleton State, nothing to sneeze at. Carr finds some space and knocks down another try.
A great player.
Oh, man.
Oh, great career playing at Tech under Gerald Myers, and now coaching at Arlington Baptist. Great to have them in town for a second consecutive year.
You know, we've seen a lot of good shooters over the years.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone can shoot it like he
can. Man. And Bump, you know this, he was the most outstanding player in the World University Games for Baylor, which advanced all the way to the gold medal game. Agbum the run out for the Bears, down 9-3. Pass back to Carr, firing for three and hitting back-to-back threes by Baylor.
Small lineup here to match the size of Baylor. Maybe give him a different look. J.J. White of Baylor is going back to the locker room. Efforting a report on that. Lauren will let us know when she gets one. Carr drives. Carr hangs and scores.
Under 12 minutes on the clock. One of two free throws by Ratai. There's a miss on the three by Mike Jones, the freshman from Rockford, Illinois. Bears run it the other way. Whoa, Cam Carr goes for the dunk. He's going to get the bucket. And now at 5, 54-49. 1 minute in, second half. Obi Agbum into the front court. Gives to Ratai. Now to Cameron Carr. Drives on the baseline. Nice drive for the bucket.
And what they were trying to do.
This is not a team that relies on the three-point shot, but it's been the three-point shot that has kept them in the game tonight. David Bradley's got 13 in the first half. He averages that per game. Powell goes back under the basket again.
And really worked on his game, his body. He's 6'6". He's only a freshman. He's a jack of all trades.
Earning more minutes as the season goes on. Carr elevates. Three again!
Man. And then take the shot you want them to take. Murray's almost lost it. Rebound. Del Orso blocked by Carr. Now 2-on-1. Carr all the way to scoop it in.
The spacing's not good. They've got to figure out a way to execute with the pass and not just the dribble. Is Carr able to come?
Yesufu with the erasure, but getting it back, that won't go either for McComb. And he has been quiet. That's maybe the one area where Norfolk State could have played better in that first half. And again, Cameron Carr.
This is a grind so far in Waco. Carr hanging, hitting.
Guys like Horner, guys like Groves, I mean, this is the time where they earn their minutes.
80 seconds to go. Carr working his way through defenders.
It really does start from the beginning of the game. You fall behind early to a team like Arizona, you just know what's going to end up happening.
Baylor, I think, starting to build some confidence that, hey, maybe we can do.
Jackson's pass intercepted. Agbum in the passing lane. Let's see if Baylor can get Carr started. The tie trailing the play. Into congestion. Here's Carr on the fly by. Carr gets it back from Agbum. And here come the Bears.
This week.
By the way, who didn't enjoy the Super Bowl on NBC? I know I did.
I know.
NBC Olympics.
I know.
The Super Bowl, soccer, and of course, Big 12 basketball. Check this out. Whoa. He was everywhere playing basketball all the time, and you can see it. It's in his DNA.
I thought we had a cool conversation with Alex Jensen about players in these days. Now you see Carr just...
He looked a little bit awkward, but it went in, and really not bad defense by Skillings. But you're going to see a lot of that individual play by Williams and Johnson.
Nice pass down low. Caden Powell to Carr. Skillings, big night. He's in double figures. Now 4 Baylor players double figures scoring. Carr levitates and scores.
And I love that right there.
Story.
Inside, Williams a turnaround, can't get it to go. Tapped out beautifully by Caden Powell. And a recycle. Agbem finds Yesufu. Everything starts when he gets it right there. Trap, good find. Wide open is Carr. Drives in and gets it to go.
Well, not so force the first half. And a lot of that's happened, by the way, with Powell being out on the floor. They left Burry's open, got away with it. Good rebound, Williams. Now Carr, trailed by Bradley.
They get a big touch as Freeman goes to work inside. Again tonight, back-to-back possessions. Baylor gets blocks. This time it was Ratai. Yes, if we thought about it, gives it up. Now Skillings gives it right back. Ratai, good ball moving here, driving. Carr lays it in.
To be not after they sign a contract with you. It is what it is. Rob Wright said to us today. I saw how L.J. Cryer was received when with Houston, Cryer came back to play at Baylor 2 years ago, so he knew what to expect today. Kevin Young talked to him about it. Kevin Young said, hey, he's laid back. He's an even-keeled guy. I don't think it's going to bother him here tonight. Doesn't look like it has.
No, it really hasn't, man. And
do you see that being a problem without a true point guard as the season develops? It's certainly, especially as you get into league play. You know, can Obi Agbim kind of be that guy? Can Yesufu sometimes handle it? Can you have a five-man or essentially a pseudo five-man? There's another
See if they go back to Skillings on this. He has been hot lately. There is the ball.
In his hands right now, gives it up to Ratai. Back for Carr. Carr with a team high 9 points. Give him 11.
What we've got, let's knock off rust as we talked about, and let's get ready to start playing for keeps.
Three by Davion Allen rattles out. Rebound Bears. Carr, drive, yes, and a foul. That was started by Jim Valvano, and certainly ESPN is a big part of that, but anything you can contribute is meaningful for cancer research.
Back to work here at Foster Pavilion, an 6-point lead rather for Baylor. Looking at the back door, and again it's Cameron Carr with the...
Nobody's going to get it but him. Got his mitts on it, just couldn't quite finish the play. Now he gets a steal.
Wow, on the defensive end, here's Carr flying in again for another...
The student, or now here more recently?
Oh my gosh, I would say that national championship was way up the food chain. We were there in Indianapolis. That was during the COVID era, so it was literally like a stadium that looked about like this. I mean, super sparse, yeah. And so, I mean, but when the confetti fell...
But he said just that family bond, because like as I've been in this coaching thing, I was in the NBA for the last 8 years.
2:30 Compton. Baylor trying to exit Las Vegas 5-1 before returning back to Waco. Trying to drop San Diego State to 3-3. Aztecs had a tough upsetting loss against Troy in overtime earlier this year. Long range, Carr! Oh my!
Good hands.
Yep. That wingspan coming into play again.
Second time tonight that Mandequist turned it over on a pick and roll play because of his size.
With a hand in his face, and Cam Carr.
Final minute here from Ames. With a terrific day of college hoops still to come. Big three.
In there that Utah put on because they put Brown way off the center, and it worked because he had a one-on-one play.
By the way, Terrence Brown's from Minneapolis, but that was not on purpose.
Good point.
Del Dalcourt, 6'2" junior out of North Shore High School. 75-38. Pat, the 7 assists by Cam Carr, career high. And counting.
Nice play. That's the backdoor cut that we saw earlier.
Inside. And Carr with another rebound.
That's rebound, I believe, number 8 for Cameron Carr. So doing his job.
Carr for 3.
Utilizing the momentum of the defensive player to spin off of him and create space.
All right, the head coach of the Cyclones wants a little more ball pressure. He is hot on the sideline. Williams. Agbim gave it up. Carr for three. Good. That is an out.
Played extremely hard there defensively, but he made a mistake. You cannot drop off of the shooter. There's just not enough time to recover.
Kugel, the Orlando native. Carr again, heat check. Yes, sir.
And in Allen Fieldhouse. Beat a ranked team later in the week, if they beat a ranked team later in the week and not be number one. I didn't say that I don't think they should be number one. I said what the voters would do. I feel like I'm Joe Lunardi because he's always saying, like, I'm trying to guess what the committee is going to do. You're asking me to guess what the pollsters are going to do. Bill Walton thought Joe Lunardi was the committee. Here's Carr. A lot of things. And he throws a three.
Find him and his dad. That's incredible.
Nice, good stuff, Lauren. Jason Green, the Omaha native, buries a three, and suddenly Creighton fighting their way back. Keep an eye on Dan Skillings. He was grabbing at his right foot on the way down. Carr, pull up, got it. Still.
Johnson, pull up. Too strong. And here comes Carr. Takes it all the way himself, and Cam Carr has...
Here's Bradley with 23 points. Not the usual formula for Arizona, but it's worked. Baylor probably needs a three now. Carr isn't going to shoot the three. He's going to go and score with 10 seconds.
Down there.
But he's active, too. And, you know, those are the type of players that are the hardest to box out. There it is.
Cameron Carr.
Now, Baylor.
Two teams have combined 6 for 8 shooting from beyond the arc in the early going. Tough cross. Nice dump off down low. Powell to Carr. He'll try the three. Nothing but net.
Missed it in close. And so the first minute of the game at long last continues. In the Carr. About 20 a game for the Tennessee transfer. A lot of 5 out from Baylor. Carr will pull from deep, and he buries one. And
pull-up jumper, top of the key, is off the mark. Michael Ratai brings it up for the Bears. Bounces to Carr in traffic. Wow, Joe.
The freshman Harrington. Rebound. Yesufu. Yesufu pushes. Now Carr. Slip it. Slip. Carr, yes. 5-out action. There's just no.
Outside the three from Horner, in and out. Why is it a revenge game?
And they lost early on in the season. Or earlier, first game of conference, they lost to him.
Carr buries a three.
Make the decision to play it out, trust his defense, or put Baylor on the free throw line. Almost a steal.
Off. Send it back, Agbim. Carr looking for the dunk. Will get the layup. Easy. Playing well, not necessarily shooting well. That guy is. Wow.
Points.
Screening to get Carr open. Trying to shake Sellers. There's his second hoop.
Not right.
And look, Utah comes in here nothing to lose. Like if I'm McHenry and I'm Brown, I'm firing today, trying to get 30, and you can see it early. Just playing really free for this Utah team. Could be a problem for the Baylor team.
Cross-court pass to Carr. Elevates. Knocks down his first.
Now a season high, 15 points for the senior out of Waco. And now a steal. Agbim takes it away, up ahead. Oh, my!
One of those guys that gives as well as receives, regardless of the era that we're in. Obi Agbim giving that up. Shot clock to 10. They have used a lot of clock in these half-court possessions. Here he goes. And it's in the hoop.
The rest of your schedule.
College, and you can't let him get loose. He's going to make shots like that, closely guarded. Got the shooters rolled down, and the lead is dwindled down to
11.
What is it, 11? Yeah.
Oh, and Carr!
Another one.
Bangs home another rim.
Found a home at Sacramento State.
So Baylor ball coming out of the timeout, down by 9 early in this game. 4 minutes in, 14-5, Sacramento State with the lead. There's Obi Agbum for the Bears on the perimeter. Screen from Caden Powell, lob down low, baseline left to Carr. He wheels around his defender, puts it in, and he'll have a chance.
Those teams are fantastic. Taman Lipsy for Iowa State. I can't believe Houston and Iowa State don't play twice. That just
The 9 to shoot. Agbum finds Skillings. Skillings for 3. Skillings no good. Another offensive rebound. Baylor dominating on the glass. There was an area of concern coming into this game. The Bears have 15 offensive rebounds this half. A huge second look. Top, and Cameron Carr.
Second meeting all time between these two. Balls in the air, tip control by Baylor, and we are underway here in Foster Pavilion. First game back after the Christmas break for both the Bears and the Patriots. It's Isaac Williams with the start for the Bears today. Kick outside to Skillings. Nice extra pass to Carr. There's that dunking ability. It's in. Norfolk State is unfazed. They play in a lot of big arenas. They played at Arizona this year. They're not going to be fazed by playing here in Foster Pavilion.
Ty gives it up for Carr. Down the baseline. The finger roll goes.
Inman off the window. I mean, UCF has had 2 court storms already. 3 if you count the 2 they had against Texas Tech.
And you called that one against Texas Tech.
I was actually on the call for the Kansas one as well. So they have 2 top 25 wins. They absolutely have an NCAA tournament resume.
Oh, yeah, the season ended today. They'd be in that somewhere between that 5 and 8 seed.
For a solution. Brankovic bounces down low. Shot blocked by Agbum. What a defensive play by Obi Agbum. Ahead to Carr, who drains the 3 in transition.
All-American projected lottery pick gets Baylor on the board. Atwell for the early hat trick, not that time. Carr full throttle. Got it to go. No whistle.
Comes off with his feet set square to the rim and knocks it down. Johnson's pass deflected by the long arms of Cameron Carr. And Carr shows his athleticism, slams it home. Time.
The hometown kid, good for him. This was a little bit the blueprint the other night against Colorado for Utah. Did not play well the first half, came out on fire the second half. I think they hit their first. That's
Starting the inbounds. They get it into Yates. Lefty off the window, no. And the rebound cleared by Dan Skillings.
Really good activity on the defensive glass by the Bears. Probably the last part of this first half. Obi's been quiet from deep. Remember, he's a big-time shooter.
Here's Carr from 3.
Man who was a McDonald's All-American did not have a good freshman year at Indiana, and he's kick-starting his career in Seattle. Really good move. He's the X-factor, Bryson Tucker, for this Husky team.
Carr created space and takes advantage.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many negatives around that, but that's one of the positive stories in which people don't really give credit to. You know, players making those contributions, 15,000 to where they come from. You can tell he's a mature young man to be able to do.
They've been better on the defensive end. Toppin, in and out.
And that right there is a good defensive possession. I mean, you force JT Toppin to shoot it with his right hand, you win right there.
Carr snakes by his defender.
That's prime time cinema. I think that game comes down to who's ever backcourt plays the best. We know the front court is what both teams pride themselves on, but who's ever backcourt plays better wins that game.
Meantime here in Waco, we got a 3-point game early on second half. Carr!
Oh! Caught a body! That right there, he just elevates with ease. Graves tried to pull a Reggie Miller, didn't get the call. Carr Got Greer on his back. Now Baylor gets into their offense. Greer's had the Carr duty. Carr gets free, pulls up again. Same result.
Carr, haven't heard from him in a while. Shot's no good, but the follow-up is Cam Carr.
Nice look. McCain blocked by Yesufu. And there is a lid on the rim for the Buffaloes. But again, great defensive effort by Baylor. And there's the first.
Coming into this game winning 8 of their last 10. Yesufu.
Great help defense.
Hard time getting open. Carr sets the speed. Finally.
Understand him to come in and just make an immediate impact. That's not where he is right now. He's a good player, but he's not nearly ready. But you want to talk about who's ready.
Selfish, not trying to look out for his own. He gets into that sweet spot of the defense, and rather than taking a tough two, he kicks it out for a wide open three.
Nice. He may not be there yet, but Greenberg's definitely feeling better tonight. Catch and shoot. 3 is good. That's a great job.
4 in a row for Davis.
Now you can do the attack thing probably one more time here to get to the rim with 37 seconds. Layup, open 3.
Williams searching. A lot of time coming off here for Baylor. 10 seconds have come off. It's Cam Carr to the basket, and he got back.
Ellis that worked a couple of trips previously down the floor. Backdoor look. Cameron Carr.
Great rebounding on the offensive end out at Baylor.
Meanwhile, the 4-guard lineup that you were talking about with Baylor, Isaac Williams has been playing really well, number 10. Carr's had a great year. This guy, Tunde Yesufu, definitely an NBA prospect. Yesufu back to Carr. Contested 3 is good.
And he has had number one gets matched up on a bigger guy, and there aren't many guys in the country who can consistently get to the paint the way he can.
Seamus Fulks coming off his 4th double-double of the season, all point and assist double-doubles, 24 and 11 at number 19 BYU on Tuesday. Cam Carr responds and
had a breakout year, and as GA said, maybe the most improved player in the country. One of the things that Carr worked on is his consistency, let the game come to him, find the proper flow. But guys, he is using it as fuel and has a major chip on his shoulder entering this season, and is certainly performing at a high level.
And on cue here, Jared fires up a 3.
Biggest lead of the first half, up by 18. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Caden Powell. Bears had that rebounding position completely in control. Now Carr to the bucket. Lay in for Cameron Carr.
BYU out in transition with Saunders with the left hand, well defended by Isaac Williams.
Great job of putting his body in front right there, not surrendering at the rim by Isaac Williams.
Kick to the corner for Carr, and he knocks it down.
And that was such a mature play by Dibonsa. He told Robert Wright to clear out from the top of the key to give him space to operate, to be able to get to the elbow there, and then he gets to his spot with ease.
Carr off the shot fake, nice touch.
Great. See if they call something different here. Better. How was your appearance on Radio Row at the Super Bowl this week? It's a little chaotic on Radio Row. I've never done it before. Carr 3, good. Back-to-back threes.
Great spacing. 10 assists now on 11 made field goals for TCU.
So the Horned Frogs match their largest lead of the half. Horned Frogs have a foul to give. Agbin underneath. Hard flush.
Okay, don't worry, Coach. I got you.
Kev, I got you, man. 10 early for A.J. Dibonsa.
How fun is it to have somebody that good on your team?
Oh, Carr, rise and fire. Scott
left that little shot short.
Agbin.
offensively recently. They put Tiller on. He'll take a three and hits. I think he heard.
For Carr to be in this action, whether it's an Iverson cut over the top, whether it's some pin downs, but they need him to get going on the offensive end.
Williams will find his shoot. Carr way away from the basket. Why not? Why not?
Back to the Final Four and playing at that level. There have been a lot of really good seasons between 1997 and now.
By the way, Burries misses that free throw, but during that break, they reviewed the first three of the game, the first shot of the game. Carr, a three. That one goes down after the big.
How much of a presence number 7 has made? How long are you keeping him on the bench here for Johnny Dawkins? With those
it's just the trainer's decision, right? He'll let him know right away and he'll put him back in if he can go. But you better believe if you're Baylor, you're attacking the rim right here, at least to start the attack with. There's no shot blocker in there.
Here's Carr. Inside. Slithers.
Williams. Carr has unlimited range. Can't show it here, but an offensive rebound for Baylor. Powell's got it. Carr's got the flush.
These Big 12 teams.
He is really good, and so far Brown has been good. His first miss. Tunde Yesufu now has a rebound to go with his 2 steals and 1 point.
Yeah, here comes a post-up right there, Pete. Look, this is a mismatch. They came to double, which was good, and that's what happens when...
Yesufu still playing with 4 fouls. Slithers through the TCU defense and hands to the tie.
Gotta go quick for Baylor.
That was involved. Absolutely. Ball gets loose. Skilling's trying to pick it up, and it rolled right to Carr, who lays it in. A badly needed buck.
Starting to find its mark. McCombs will try to answer. Good battle for the offensive board by Lewis, but tracked down by Agben. Up top, and the put down.
Junior, our 3 Big 12 officials, ready to put it in the air, and away we go. It'll be Baylor who controls the opening tip.
And when Baylor, you talked about offensively, they lead the Big 12 in scoring. That has not been the issue. Their 2 losses, though, they kind of got hit in the mouth a little bit. They got pushed out because of the defensive presence and the athleticism. Shot clock down to 4. Durkin. And the rebound taken off the deck by Obi Agben. Oh, my! Hello!
I think you're American.
And Somerville misses the front end to the 1-and-1. Baylor 2-point lead and the ball. Cam Carr surrounded, somehow gets it up and in.
He stayed with.
Texas Tech throws it away. Just their 2nd turnover. Agben lob, backside flush.
Defensive rebound by Skillings. You're talking about matching up against one of the great rebounders in the country in Oaxaca. They left Carr open. Can't do that.
92-72. 6 minutes, 16 seconds to play.
You think it's fair to say that Shakir O'Neal is a better free throw shooter than Shaquille? I mean, I'm just going to go out on a limb. I don't know.
I would think. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I would think that'd be a safe bet.
Could be.
Yeah. Drive by Carr. He glides in and lays it in.
Sets 2 screens and then just dumps in right in front of Williams. He's got a double-double, 10 and 11. On the bench with some foul trouble. Good minutes. Carr down the lane. Sweet shot. This lane.
Turnover in the first possession of the game, and the Bears have done a great job taking care of the basketball. In fact, the goal in every game is 11 or fewer turnovers. Right now, they're averaging 10.8.
Carr has it on the right wing for the Bears. He'll launch a 3. That is good. Trying to draw a foul.
Tunde Yesufu brings it up. Heavy pressure. Tapped out, but look at that. It's been that kind of night for Baylor.
Get out on the break. Gets penetration that time.
Cameron Carr straight away. Beautiful.
Lineup right around late February, March, and he has been a mainstay and the center of their attack since.
Grew up in Houston.
Rattled home by Cam.
Play that they're going to allow you to grab like that, but he got away with it, and I do like the fact that he's giving the effort, which is something Scott Drew really loved about the young man. Once they got him on campus.
I'm told the Baylor's defensive coordinator has already placed a phone call to recruit him as a defensive back next season. This is Cameron Carr. Gets a three.
Perhaps a chance to add to it. In and out, but the putback for Cameron Carr.
6 rebounds. Freshman from Senegal going to work, and it rolled off. Cam Carr had a half dozen, and he cans a 3 to start the second half.
Bunch making an impact defensively that leads to the transition opportunity for that corner triple.
Third three for Liutauras Leilavicius, the junior from Lithuania, another Oregon State transfer. Here's Carr off balance.
Once he utilized the screen, and I don't know how he was able to lose his defender that easily. So Peterson right now 24 points on 10 of 12 shooting.
10 of 12.
10 of 12. Yeah, I think that's called being uber efficient.
Scary efficient. And swooping to the basket.
Condition, and Ejiofor cleans up inside.
Yeah, Hopkins goes out. Ejiofor now more room in the paint. Just dominant.
Carr gets the roll.
Bears take the lead, 37-36. 4:05 mark, first half. A strip of the ball by Ratai. Scoop it ahead to Carr, who dunks it for 2.
Beautiful job by
in order to compete at the highest level in the Big 12.
And boy, when you consider how deadly the Big 12 conference is, Carr working hard. A chance.
A win against Kansas by 10. Never trailed in that game.
No point guard on the floor. Nobody went to help get the ball in bounds.
With Isaac Williams having fouled out of this game. Agdon, Carr, Yesufu, Skillings, and Powell, the 5 for Scott Drew. Carr drives and scores it off the glass and is
right now. On paper, in this particular game, they have a massive advantage in terms of that size. Del Orso, tough shot. Williams fights hard for the rebound, comes away with it.
Yet right now it's an 8-4 rebounding advantage for Baylor.
Nelson in off the bench. Carr kind of fumbled that pass, so he'll attack instead of settle for the jumper, and it's another.
We're tying now in double figure scoring with 10. Here's Mikey Williams off balance, no good. Rebound Skillings for Baylor. Pushes it up the floor to Carr. He'll launch a 3. It's good from the right wing.
on the pass from that against high-level competition. And I know it's still early. There's another alley.
Carr going to the basket. Carr, Hayes misses, gets his own, and puts it back.
It's really hard to lead when you're a freshman, you know, but I think his play is going to continue to elevate as Carr makes this.
1 for their last 9 from the floor.
Team that's one of the most efficient offensively in the early season. Thanks in large part to Carr.
Boy, he's got.
There's Fowler in the open floor. Fowler goes up with the left. Can't find the angle. Back-to-back misses for him now. He was 8 of 10 in the first half. He's already missed 2 shots here in the second half. Magnet over to Powell. Carr from the handoff. Gets another re-screen. A terrific screen from Powell. Carr will step back. And power dribble, then go right to the rim, you know. And I would know about power offensive play. I was about to say, you and your heavy 160-pound frame, right? 167. Baylor 6-0 run, trying to add on to it. Cameron Carr.
And kick out for open shots, and right there, that's a contested 3.
Actually, the third made 3. Skilling saves it inbounds. A dunk by Cam Carr at the other end.
That's what
as well. Damari Jones just moved him off the block that time. And here goes Skillings now. He drives it. He kicks it. 3-pointer. Carr. Good. Another.
I love watching him play. He said all his life he's led by example. And this year he's been challenged a little bit to lead vocally, and he has done that for Alex Jensen. Oh, doing that.
Team in the same mindset.
Go ahead. Jump stop, misses it. You see P.J. DeBoule on the floor. He's coming back as well. Southern very excited to get him back. Just had a block last possession. Carr, beautiful stroke.
Baylor has made good on 4 of their last 5 field goal attempts in clutch time. Agbon loses 3 defenders. Here's Carr. I was about to say look out below, but a little...
3. Baylor's 15 of 17 at the line. Alcorn's 1 of 1. Watch out. Carr will jam it home.
With the slam.
That has to be his first dunk of his career.
Here for it. Iowa State by 10. Carr weaving his way through. He throws it down.
Earlier is where the foul happened. That bump as soon as Carr rips. Carr pulls the trigger on a corner 3.
Michael Perez tore his ACL before the season, obviously will not play. Scott Drew has said, guys, in press conferences that they are hoping to be able to add somebody mid-season. An interesting court.
Got a quick trigger, that shit holster. I had that in my grab bag. I still might use it if he makes one.
Well, you just used it. What do you mean? You just did.
Well, every now and then you got to get it in no matter what. Not my fault the iron's been untied. Three of 22 Minnesota from downtown. There's one for...
Putting him next to Ejiofor causes mismatch problems all day long.
8 unanswered, as you see. St. John's has its largest lead. Rita. Cut off at the foul line. Back cut. Carr hammers it home.
The freshman, Tunde Yesufu, hit away off that rim. And Skillings with the offensive rebound sets up Carr, who rattles in the...
Cam Carr takes it all the way, layup good.
And segueing back to basketball, Baylor 12th in the nation in Ken Palm's offensive efficiency. The challenge has been defensively, they've taken a step back the last couple of games. Offense, not a problem. And there's Exhibit A.
Wells, the freshman Torre, lays it in. Did that give some Kenneth Walker vibes there?
Yeah, saw a hole, hit the hole. His lateral quickness to get there.
Power move. Baylor ball here.
Yeah, but you think about the efficiency. It's amazing that 3 players in the top 4 in the nation in best plus minus this season all are wearing white uniforms in this game.
Yeah.
That speaks to the dominance that Iowa State has played with.
And dominant on both sides. Big shot there. High arcing.
Obviously carried on to the season here. Johnson down low. Buka got it stripped. 6 turnover for K-State, and at the other end, guess who gets the flush?
Sporting events better than college basketball. Second half of the season.
Here's Carr. Carr, nice to the basket. Yesufu.
Game for the first 8 contests since that point in time. He has been on a ride. Williams. Almost lost it. Shot clock down to 7. Bounce pass. Beauty to Carr. What a pass from Caden.
And then ready to shoot that ball and knocks down the 3.
Trevor Best into the game off the bench for Bobby Hurley, with Arizona State on a 10-2 run. Good to see Cam Carr back, and he answers with a triple of his...
Skillings trying hard to get it inside. Won't drop down for Yesufu. Skillings fighting on the glass. Another opportunity here for Baylor.
Now Skillings has been getting hit and hit and hit again, but he stayed with it to get the offensive glass for another possession.
Carr launches a deep 3, counted and 1. Chance for a 4-point play for Cam Carr.
That's exactly what you do not want to happen if you're Scott Drew. That's the last thing that you want it to happen.
Carr, final seconds, lays it in.
23 years, obviously he has a track record, and people really didn't know. Experts did not really have any idea where to put Baylor because of the roster turnover. But with Coach Drew, they've got a track record, and another three by Carr. That's Billy Gillespie. I mean, an underneath out-of-bounds play, he's not going to waste the opportunity.
Agdam gets Mazzell in the air. Skillings, great fake. Carr follows it up with one of his own. The windmill layup off the window is good.
7 to go on the shot clock. Step back three, White. Rebound to Carr. Baylor starting to feel it now. After being down by as many as 15. Cameron Carr.
Here though, and a steal by Skillings. Right on cue. And I think he tried to lay it off the backboard thinking he had somebody follow it. And Cameron Carr's going to...
Powell has no fouls to give.
Taken away by Baylor. Here's Agdam out of the pack, racing across the timeline. The lob and the finish. Cam Carr.
Don't waste that opportunity.
An important game for them as well, for the Patriots. They don't play again till January 10th when they'll open their league play against Biblical Studies. Arlington Baptist taking on Biblical Studies. Isaac Williams, his first career start here at Baylor. Started 17 games last year.
Carr, long distance three, good!
He has 4 points already, has 8 rebounds, and he's top 6 in the conference in assists per game. A Swiss Army knife for the number 3 ranked team in the land. Carr banks in a 3.
The bench or the coaching staff for putting in that play in the backcourt to free them up for the lob. I love that.
Paying his thanks as he restores the lead to a dozen. Carr got a switch. Hits another 3.
Carr.
Good pass.
Finds the open man. Yesufu can't hit anything, and he's going to hear that from those students behind us. Carr gets an open look and knocks it down. Great start.
2-point game. UTRGV leads by count of 33-31. We go back to play. Baylor's ball, looking to tie or take the lead here with 3.5 minutes on the clock, first half. And Skillings Jr. to Cam Carr, drives in. Shot rolls in, and a foul.
Here with no rim protector of the game. That's a tough shot.
Offensive rebound, Caden Powell to keep the possession going. Floater, Carr.
For the easy 2.
Penny loses his balance and his dribble. Steal Carr, 2-on-1, takes it himself and finishes.
And Jaden Pierre having a career night, misses the second free throw. So he sits on 25. The lead sits at 9. Cam Carr knifing to the hole. And slowly.
And they communicated. They got in trouble because they did not communicate. Gave up some easy baskets. And when you've got NBA level talent like Baylor does, the basket gets huge when you get easy baskets. And that's what happened the last 8 minutes of the first half when Baylor took control.
Carr trying to stay hot, and he does. 13.
Baylor's got it on the perimeter. And we're tied at 61 with 3+ minutes to go. Here's Cam Carr driving on pick. Johnson to the cup.
And what I love about Hicks will inbound. Look how quick they operated off the inbound. And Paca rejected by Ratai. Yesufu. Cam Carr drops the hammer.
The performance at the Players era against Syracuse. One of the best in assist to turnover too. Strong start for a Baylor team that is top 20 in the country in offensive efficiency. They can score it. Dan Skilling, Cincinnati transfer. Shot clock at 7. Deep 3. It's good.
Gets by Yesufu. Makes a move. Stops. Has it blocked momentarily. Loose ball. Carr has it. He's got some numbers here. Carr wants to take it to the rim. Just kind of flips it up. And somehow...
That's been the story of the game, right? The technical foul. And the 7-footer having to go sit on the bench. And
Baylor attacking the rim and getting offensive rebounds.
Tech was Bull's second as well.
Yeah, just a huge mistake by Bull.
Corner pocket.
You're going to face in your next game, and a lot of assistants are assigned certain scouts to get the team ready for the game. We're probably not going to know a lot of matchups until later on tonight.
Carr hoist. Oh, there's no distance too deep.
The ball tipped up and in.
On the game. Again, 54% on the season.
Best three-point shooter in the country. Air ball or tie. Najee. Here goes Carr on the attack. Carr scoops it in.
How athletic is
quiet. It's been the sharp shooting from Anderson and Atwell, who have combined for 10 threes, and he throws up a brick.
And I like that right there. They didn't send the double. They allowed them to play one-on-one because they've been so concerned with his passing out of the double. They just would rather him go one-on-one than get an open three with the way Tech has been shooting the ball.
Ball handler as the backup point guard, maybe the best all-around defender. We've seen the steals, but man, I really like that.
Really struggled to shoot it against Baylor in that first meeting. 1 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. Carr with some space.
That's a family of people that are never wrong, huh? Your last name is right. 28-24. Things have been almost all right tonight for UTRGV. Cam Carr, little fade away in the paint is good.
Deeper into the tournament, he's got a team that feels like, Sean, it could go really deep.
This team is as strong as his bench press numbers are,
which are pretty strong.
Yeah, I don't think there's a head coach in college basketball that hits the bench press more than TJ.
When everybody gets together with the Final Four and they have an arm wrestling coaches contest, he wins. Carr down low. Carr scoops it in for the first bucket for Baylor.
Keeping the players you want to keep on your roster. Johnson lost the handle, a little out of control.
Guess who made that happen?
The wall to Carr.
Creighton. Into the game is Austin Schwartz for Creighton. Carr almost lost the handle, saves it though. Ratai gives it back to Carr, who powers.
Scooped up by Agben. He stops, pops from 17. Powell, the aggressive offensive rebound, shovels underneath, and Carr finishes.